Hi, I'm Lisa Martin with Pampered Chef, and welcome to my keto kitchen. Let me just tell you what's going on this week. We are headed for vacation, and I have some things in my refrigerator that I don't want to go bad while I'm gone. So what I'm going to do is make up some few things to either take with me or I can freeze. But anyways, I'm going to be sharing this recipe with you today. I wanted to get rid of some chicken that I had put in the quick cooker and made like rotisserie chicken with it, and I just didn't want to have to freeze it. So I thought I kind of wanted something on the enchilada recipe type thing, and I found a good one that I've made before that I really love. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, don't forget to share my videos, and don't forget to subscribe. So let me show you what I've got here. Okay, this recipe calls for 2 bags. Let's get the camera right here. It calls for 2 bags of cauliflower. Now this you can get at Aldi's for about $1.85, something like that, and this is about the same as a whole head of cauliflower. So what I did is I used the riced cauliflower, and then I used 1 bag of the regular cauliflower, so I have a little bit of chunk there, okay? So that's just something you can do. I just made this in the microwave. Actually, both of them I made in the microwave. I just put the rice ones in here and put it in the microwave so it wouldn't be so clumpy. Let me turn the oven on 375. Okay, you can get it started. It's such an easy recipe. I'm gonna butter our everyday pan. So you're gonna see me, let's see, yeah. If the camera sometimes doesn't do well. Anyways, I'm gonna just take a piece of it. I just prefer to use butter rather than the sprays because it's all, you know, that way it doesn't have all that junk in it. So I'm just gonna use a stick of butter and just butter it. And I'll butter it one more time too before I put it in there. Okay. Like I say, it's a really easy keto recipe. And so what I've got in here is, what I'm going to do is put 2 bags of cauliflower. So that's the riced, and you can use all the cauliflower that you want. I just wanted to do it this way, use the riced and the other. Okay, and then open up the bag, and I just get my utility scissors out from Pampered Chef that I've had for years that have stainless steel. Okay, and I'm just going to cut the top off, like so. And they're pretty good. Like, I like to make sure that they're pretty well chopped in smaller bites. So I'm just going to put them in here. If you want, you can always go back and, you know, cut them. I like to cut them a little bit. That way they're not such big chunks. Today I was wanting something that has some kind of chili type thing, so that's why I picked this. Okay. That's why it's really good to have chicken on hand. Or you could put, actually you could put ground beef in this too. So just cut it up according to the size that you want it to be in. And that will kind of help the other too. The riced, but just kind of chunk it up, okay, just however you want it, and just makes it really easy and pretty. And then just mix it up real good, but it's just according to whatever you want. Okay, now the next thing that it asks for is 8 ounces of cream cheese, and this is our breakfast maker from Pampered Chef. But like I told you before, this is so much more than that for me. So I'm going to try to get the camera down where you can see it. So what I've done is I've softened a whole brick of cream cheese. If you know you're going to make this ahead of time, you can always thaw it. But I didn't thaw it, so I just put it in there and put it in the microwave, and it softened it. So that's good. And then I need my chicken. What did I do with my chicken? Oh, forgot to get it out. Here's my chicken. So as you can see, it's already and shredded. You can shred it into smaller pieces if you want. It's all up to you. Okay, and I'm going to get one of our nice and just pour that in there. Okay. Alrighty. There you go. I think I'm going to need a bigger bowl, so I better get my bigger bowls out. this is a great set. If you don't have this, it's the aluminum mixing bowls, and they come in a set of 3, and this is the big one. And like I say, watch this. I mean, it will take this whole thing on. It's made for bigger jobs. Okay. Just set that over there. And I'm just going to stir, okay, because I don't like to get too many ingredients going at once. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add the chicken. So I got that all, as you can see. I got that all mixed up. Cream cheese is all mixed up into that. And it's a little bit more cauliflower than you need probably, because I think it calls for like 20 ounces. But cauliflower is low in carbs. It has 1 carb for 3/4 of a cup. And that's quite a bit of cauliflower. So, you know, it's just so that's quite a bit of cauliflower. And it helps you get your veggies. You need veggies to, for your, you know, for this. Okay, now I'm just going to put the chicken in. Go in like that, like so. All right, and some of it might need to be, you know, chopped up a little bit. Okay. Now we need a 1/2 jar of salsa. So I have a picante sauce. That's what I had in my pantry, is this, which is 2 carbs for 2 tablespoons. So it goes a long ways. I'm going to open this up and use 1/2 jar. My hands are, yeah, sticky. Guess I should shake it up a little bit just to make sure. But this I got at Ollie's for $1.99. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, so I'm going to use 1/2 bottle. And it's got big chunks. Now, this is kind of the lazy way to do it. You actually could make your own, but I just had this on hand and thought I would use it. Let's see what consistency we have now. Because if you have, you know, like a 10-ounce bottle, that would be different than this. And it's according to your taste palette, too. When I first started, I needed things really, really flavorful and real salty and that kind of thing. And so, you know, I would use more than I use now. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit more because, as you can see, a 1/2 jar goes a long way. So I'm just going to put a little bit more in there. Okay. And we need a 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder. So I'm going to use my measure all and just go to 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder. Now, if you want some heat, you could add hot sauce. But I will do that when I add per serving because I don't want the family not to want to eat it. Okay, and then some ground cumin. We're going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of that. This makes it so good. And then a 1/2 teaspoon of cilantro. Now you can add heavy whipping cream. They said it calls for 1/4 cup, which is 4 carbs. So you can use this if we need extra liquid. I really don't think we need it, but let me see the consistency of it is. Yeah, I think we've got enough here. I'm not going to use any more of that. Now, you can take Carb Manager is what I recommend, okay? And you can take that and you can scan this barcode and it will tell it what you're going to, much of a serving you're going to use, and it will tell you exactly how many carbs it is. So it's really, really good. Okay, so here you go. This is our bowl, okay? Now, I had some pepper jack cheese, but it's in the chunks. So I've got to get the other part of this. Where? When I'm gone, things disappear. Okay. There we go. Yep, there it is. Okay. And this this is what I love. Most of you already know by watching my videos. Please watch my video. Oh, you don't want to see the inside of my cabinets. Please, binge watch my videos. I have lots of them out there. But this is my favorite thing. It folds up like this. It has this protective cover for a reason. It's very sharp. But I like to use it like this over the bowl. So just watch me. I only had the cubed pepper jack cheese, and that gives it a kick. So I want to use pepper jack. You can use any kind of cheese. So what I'm going to do is put it on here. This slides right onto here. Okay. And we're going to open up this bag with our utility scissors. And I get this from Marathon Cheese Company. They are in Boonville, Mississippi, and I happen to be very close to that. So I'm real thankful that I'm close. So I just stick that in there. Now this has 3 prongs, and you can see them, 3 prongs. And it sticks down in here. Okay. And I'm going to do it opposite. Okay. And what you do is just go back and forth with it while you're pressing. And it's so, so easy. Okay. And I like my cheese, so I'm going to grate quite a bit of it. You know me, I put cheese on my cheese. Okay, I'm going to add some more blocks. You learn to use what's in your pantry. You don't have to always run and buy. When I first started, I made a list of everything that I needed. And every week as I went to the grocery store, I'd add one thing to that list, from that list. And pretty soon I had what I needed. Well, now I'm going into setting up my pantry, where I will have something in my pantry when I need it. So, look how nice that does it. Okay. Put some more in. If you like lots of cheese or not as much cheese, it's all up to you. And these have a little bit of the potato starch in them. And I usually buy the brick and just shred it myself. But sometimes I buy these so that I have something in a hurry. This is like doing it in a hurry, so that's why it's the lazy man's way. That might be enough for this. And then I've got some cheddar cheese that I want to use up too. So I'm going to use both kinds of cheese. Yeah. And that makes it really, really nice. Look how nice that is, and soft like velvet. Okay, so I'm going to once again take my stick of butter, and I'm going to just go back over this just to make sure that it doesn't stick. Okay. And we've got our mixture, which looks amazing. And I'm going to pour half of it on right now. Half of the mixture on. You could actually make this into 2 casseroles, but since I'm leaving town and I, don't have a lot of time, I'm just going to make the one. But you actually could make this into 2 casseroles. There's enough here. It makes quite a bit. Just love this, and it smells so, so flavorful. And the more that these cook together, they will really get. I'm going to use half the mixture. So, all right, just keep on putting it in there. See how that is? See how this is. And see how that is. Okay, so I've got about half the mixture in, okay? Now what I'm going to do is add some shredded, mild pepper jack cheese that I have that I want to get rid of so that it don't go bad while I'm gone out of town. Okay, put that in there. And most of you know how much I love cheese. So therefore, this can never be too cheesy for me. Oh, that sounds like a joke, don't it? Can never be too cheesy for me. Just kind of make sure that it's all. And I'm just going to pour the whole bag on because I know I'm going to use the rest of it. Oh, this will be so good today at lunchtime. Right now it's a little early for it, okay? So I've got that, as you can see. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to just pour the rest of the mixture on. made too, but this is fine. Okay. The thing is with the cauliflower, you really don't have to have it done because it's going to bake in the oven. You just want to make sure that it's thawed because you don't want to have big chunks trying to cook frozen. This way it's thawed and it's easier to stir around. Okay. Now I'm going to put my pepper jack cheese on it. Okay. And we didn't need the extra liquid, so that saved us some carbs there. Okay. Now I'm going to pour this on top of it. The thing with the cheese is you can make it ahead of time and that way you put it in the bag, but if you're going to use it, then you have to let it separate before, because when it gets cold in the fridge, then it sticks together. So I'm going to grate up a little bit more cheese because you know me, I love cheese. Okay, so I'm just going to put a few more things in here. And one for the road. These are great for snacks. I keep it because that way if I need something to eat right away, these are good for snacks. The cheese sticks are great. But it's good to have, sometimes you just want something little. Love this grater. It grades it up really nice and pretty. And this adds color to it. Okay. Put some more in. That's enough. Got some more made up here. I'm going to just add it to this. This is going to be so good. Now, you've got to bake it on 375 for 20 to 25 minutes. Okay. And there you have it. Your keto chicken enchilada casserole. Yummy. I'm going to put it in the oven. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share my videos and subscribe. And I will see you here on the next video. Have a wonderful day.